Hey everybody, so today I'm going to talk about the 2017 Dodge Challenger SXT Plus. Now I got this one on loan from the general manager at Kim's Dodge. They saw my review where I had some problems with my 2016 Challenger, and while they're fixing my car, he offered to let me drive this one, brand new, straight off the lot, 2017 model. So as you know, these cars come with the V6, 305 horsepower, 268 foot-pounds of torque, 0 to 60 in just under 6 seconds. They're a really good, reliable vehicle. I had some problems with mine with rattles and such, but they're taking care of all that. So I thought I would go ahead and do a little review of the 2017 since they were nice enough to loan it to me. Now, even though these cars have a V6 in them, they really do have some good get up and go. You get on the interstate, passing people is no problem. Another thing is, when you're going 80 miles an hour in one of these cars, they have an 8-speed transmission, which means you're only revving at about 1700 RPM. Red line is over 6,000. These cars also have a lot of interior space. It's one thing I really enjoy. I'm right at about 6 feet tall, and with this seat all the way back, my feet can't even barely touch the pedals. That's a good thing. That means there's plenty of space. I like that I can stretch my hands forward and I'm not hitting a windshield. You can actually point at something and not stub your finger. That's always a good thing too. This one has the cloth seats. My 2016 has the cloth seats as well. They're very comfortable seats. Really comfortable seats for long distance traveling. Now the driver's seat on the SXT and the SXT Plus does have power controls. Has lumbar support. Now it does have the manual adjusting back. Okay, you've got your cruise control options on your steering wheel. You have your buttons to navigate through your center gauge display options. And then you have your phone dialing options or your voice command options. Of course, it comes with automatic headlights, and then you can adjust your gauge brightness and interior lights with this knob. The one to the right adjusts the courtesy lamps that are on the floor. Of course, you have a trunk button. Now, there are a few things that you get extra with the SXT Plus package. One of those things is the 20-inch wheels all the way around. Another thing you get with the SXT Plus package is the rear spoiler. You also get the rear view camera. You get the 8.5-inch Uconnect screen, and you get the paddle shifters on the steering wheel. One of the cool things is this one has the Super Track Pack on it. So you push this button right here, and it's immediately going to change your display. Okay, so under sport mode setup, you can turn your paddle shifters on or off. You can turn your traction control to sport or normal. Your steering, you have automatic default to sport mode. You also have your options to change it to normal comfortable. Engine transmission, you can change that to sport mode or normal mode as well. Under your radio controls, of course, you get your standard Sirius XM radio. You go down to your media. You have options for USB. You have 2 USB inputs. You have auxiliary input and you have a Bluetooth input. Of course, this comes with a full GPS system. Now, since this car comes with the Super Track Pack, you do have access to the performance pages. Under performance pages, you have options for your different gauge setups. You got timers, you got a G-force meter, and your engine output, horsepower, torque, and pounds per square inch of air on the intake. All right, and this model does come with the paddle shifters. Shift down, shift up. If you want to switch to normal driving mode after engaging the paddle shifters, you simply hold this paddle in towards you for 2 to 3 seconds and it will switch back to drive mode. Now the SXT Plus comes standard with the V6. It's a 3.6 liter V6. It produces 305 horsepower, 268 foot-pounds of torque, and you can still get 25-30 miles per gallon out of this car. The 0 to 60 times, from what I've seen, are staying right under 6 seconds on one of these vehicles. Of course, with a few performance upgrades, you can brake 5.5 without a problem. On your shift lever, you can push it to the left if you're in drive and bump it over to manual, and of course bump it up to go down in gears bump it back to go up in gears. And of course it does have your regular convenience features like lighted visors, sunglass holder. One thing I really like about these cars is the way the visors operate. You can pull it like that, and then it extends even further, and then it's even got this little plastic piece that slides out on the end. Now your Uconnect will play MP3s off of USB sticks, which you can put inside the console here. So you'll notice you have your 2 USB inputs, the auxiliary input, and your 12-volt plug-in. Now one thing I noticed, and it's a little disappointing to me, but it's not a big deal. I like to use a SD card in my 2016 Challenger. This one, they do not have the SD card slot, but they do have 2 USB slots. Of course, you have the standard power mirrors, power windows, power door locks. The SXT Plus comes with the rear view camera. It's not a bad looking camera. Now the Challenger does have rear seats. There's not a whole lot of room back there. But again, you know, for a kid or a small person, they can fit in the back pretty easy. The trunk is very large. You can fit a lot of stuff in the trunk if you go on a lot of trips. You can hold like 5 or 6 large suitcases in that trunk, no problem. Of course, as with most of the new Dodge vehicles, they have the push button start. Key fob stays in your pocket. When you walk up close to the car, you just put your hand under the door handle and it automatically unlocks for you. And when you leave, you hit the button on the door handle and it locks. Overall, I enjoy these cars. I think they've done a great job with the 2017. I really like the SXT Plus, and I'm thinking about getting one of these next because I really do enjoy the 8.5-inch display with the rear view camera and all the little extra bells and whistles. Not to mention it looks pretty good with the 20-inch wheels on it. Sticker price on this car is just under $32,000. If you want to come take a look at it, come down to Kim's No Bull in Laurel, Mississippi. Thanks.